Namaste, my dear children. Hope you're all doing fine and good. So today I'm here to tell you the story of a tree in my garden. So if you're wondering what? I'm going to tell a story of a tree in my garden. Does the tree has a story? Yes, of course. Not only this tree. Every tree, plant, birds, insects on this planet have a story to tell. But unfortunately, we don't have the time or patience to listen to them or learn from them. So today I'm going to tell you the story of this tree in my garden. The most amusing or amazing thing about this tree is that I don't know the name of this tree, even though this tree is growing in my garden for the past 10 years. We bought this plot of land exactly 10 years back to make a house for us. So actually when we bought this plot of land, here were a few trees, but we were forced to cut them down as we have to build a house. But we promised ourselves that as soon as we settle down here, we start living here, we will plant as many trees as possible to compensate all the trees that we have cut down to build a house for us. So as soon as we started living here, that is exactly 10 years back. This is actually the 10th anniversary of our house. So as soon as we settled in here, we started planting as many trees as possible here. So one day my husband bought a little sapling home. He is an engineer, so even he didn't know which tree was that. Somebody had told him that's a cherry sapling. That's why he brought it and he told me this is a cherry sapling. You can plant it. So we digged a little hole and we planted the tree. At that time, the tree had a few leaves, a very thin stem, and we planted it. We started watering it, we started taking care of it, and the tree started growing little by little, inch by inch. And when it reached almost my height, it suddenly stopped growing. But at that time, it had a few leaves, a few very thin branches, and it was almost of my height, and then it stopped growing. So, but it didn't wither away, but it didn't neither grew. So we were a bit confused what to be done now. Yet, as the tree was not ready to wither away, we thought, okay, let it grow. And it stood there like that without growing much for 4 to 5 years. It stood there like that. It didn't grow, it didn't fade away, it didn't wither away, it didn't grow much either. But we waited. And by that time, the tree started growing thorns on it, very sharp thorns. And every time I came to clean the premises of the tree, I got hurt by the sharp thorns. Either it hit my head or hand. I often bled because of the sharp thorns of the tree. But still, we were curious to know what kind of tree is this. We asked many who came here, do you know which tree is this? But none was sure. All of a sudden, on one fine morning, the tree started growing again, and within 2 or 3 years, it became so big, it sprouted branches everywhere, it had a lush lot of leaves, and it has become the king or the queen of my garden. It's towering over all other trees here. But still it didn't blossom. So we're like, next one. But we were very happy because the tree is now giving us shade and it has become a home for many birds. So we're happy even though it didn't blossom. And last year, that is in 2019, it started blossoming for the first time. And it suddenly started blossoming, and within 2-3 months, it started blossoming, I think around January. And by the time March, it gave us a lot of fruits, but it was not cherry. We thought is it Lubika? In Malayalam we say Lololika. So, but it was not Lubika, it was not cherry. Even now we are not sure which fruit the tree gave us. But it was, I think it was kind of a mixture of cherry and Lubika. We gave it to all our neighbors, friends, family, everyone. The tree gave us a lot of fruits, a lot of indeed. But this year, I don't know why, it didn't blossom. It hadn't given us even a single fruit. I don't know what's going to happen to the tree next. I don't know when it is going to blossom again. But still, I love this tree. Take a look at this one, this thorns, I think it's a protective measure of the tree because nobody can climb. It's very sharp. But as you reach the topmost areas of the stem, you can't see the thorns. So I love this tree. It is many birds every day come to this tree. They sit there, they sing, they tweet. Listen. Even now you can listen to the chirping, the tweeting of the birds. So I'm really happy because this is not only our house. This is a home to many other birds also. So if you know the name of this tree exactly, will you please tell me? And I'm sure every tree, every plant in your garden has also a story to tell. So my dear children, just go outside, just take a look at your garden, just wander in your garden and you can see many trees with interesting stories like this. Just take a piece of paper, write them down, or you can tell that. Will you do that? Do that and send your videos, writings with a photo of your favorite tree in your garden. And don't forget to listen to the stories each tree, plant, bird, insect is telling us. And listen to them, learn from them. And let's love Mother Nature. Stay positive, stay happy, stay healthy. Love you all, my dear children, and miss you a lot. See you again.